Welcome back into the workshop for the second afternoon Dave's Diary entry, and it's just a bit of an observation following on from the previous video where I was making mention of this lovely little accessory that I've created or cobbled together using some parts that are readily available from the local merchants. These are just standoff rings or mounting rings used for plumbing or electrical work, and I cobbled two of them together, threaded rods, nuts, feet from furniture type thing, $15, and I've got myself a very nice facility for tapping holes using the drill press as the mechanism to achieve a nice square thread. Now, this was something, a version of this, a single-sided one of this, is what I used for tapping like 160 plus 170 holes, and having the two on here would have been really good, and having these rubber ends because it protects the hands, because there is a lot of pressure that goes on there, and I'm sure I wore out a few layers of skin in the effort that I'd mentioned in the previous video. However, in my infinite wisdom, I decided to clamp this down, but there is still some lifting pressure from the mechanism, as we can see there, that this particular clamp is not overcoming. To make life easy, or easier, I've got this accessory table to the bench itself, the table itself, because this was not level this way, and I've been able to tune it so that now it is perfectly level, square rather, to the axis of the quilt or the chuck. What I'm contemplating doing is to cut slots in this the same as what's in the base here of the table, so that I can put fixing pieces down through and clamp. However, while that is what I need for one of my tools that I put on here, I do like having a flat surface to wipe stuff off from, rather than a whole lots of slots that actually lets all the swarf and that drop down and clutter up the place. So what I'm contemplating doing is making an auxiliary top that can go on top of this and can clamp or be located so that you can make all those extra little goodies that you want to use or utilize for your drill press. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to say sooner rather than later, but I'm eventually going to be doing this in the not too distant future, and that would allow me to do what I'm about to talk about or mention, is that is a clamp out here that, of course, ordinary clamps like this, the quick release clamps, can't achieve. So I could mount the whatever, still have no idea what I'm going to be using, but I could mount it on this, but keeping this as unadulterated as possible. I can make all of the extra chops and drill and mounting surface in another plate, which I think, as I said, I'll do sooner rather than later, and that way you can mount a toggle clamp or some such in place for doing this sort of work, and it can be remote to, like from the edge. I like that idea as well. It's just another one of those things that as you think of them, you go, well, why didn't I think of it earlier? It's still got to be flexible and capable of holding things. Oh, here's another thing. Yeah, all of that, it still needs to be capable of holding down and not getting in the way. But the other thing is too, now while I'm drilling this can rotate and hit up against the post of the drill. Some parts are shorter and can spin, and you know how flaming dangerous that is. And it would be good to be able to have mounting blocks that the steel can hit up against that would prevent that. Now, I'm just wondering, just saying, what happened if I made a plate with a whole series of bench dog holes in it? It can mount to the auxiliary table with all the holes in it, and it can have things put into it that can act as these things are hold down or anything to stop the material from spinning, and it can be positioned or what have you wherever we want. kind of like that idea, and even maybe having a plate that can be registered into select holes so that it can just plonk into place. It can be locked down because of the clamping bench dogs that I've got or making, and ditto for in the surface here. I can put the wedging bench dogs in place with threaded rods, which I've talked about, and make our mounting clamps or what have you on those. So yeah, I know you didn't follow that, so it's okay, don't blame you. But I like this whole idea of taking, well, the MFT style of top, adding things on it, like I've got the parallel arms, love those, like I've got the router base here mounted into it, so it's a dimensioning router. Absolutely love that facility. That is a major plus in my workshop. So yeah, I'm will be making a plate up for this and this, so that I can make use of the bench dog type of things. Already started developing up there. And I'm not saying any of this is necessarily new, but I do think that the way in which these are being constructed and being utilised is at least worthy of some consideration. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not selling them or anything, but that would be good. Just that I've got no acumen for that sort of thing. So someone somewhere will take the idea and, well, next thing they'll be a millionaire and laughing at me. Oh well. And then the same here, making a MFT style of top. It can be MFT. I'm just saying this is not. I'll back up. This is not an MFT top. It's an MFT in the style of an MFT top. And the differences are what I think is going to be, for me, beneficial. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I like the idea of having an auxiliary top, like my miter station and my workbench. They don't actually get the holes drilled in them. It's the auxiliary tops that have them drilled in, and they can go on this part, and they can be swapped out. You can consider them consumable or sacrificial in a lot of ways, but they also can be just pulled off, stored somewhere until you need it, and this still stays as pristine as you can get it. That's what I'm saying. So that begs the question of whether I put the slots in this table that are in this table, because one of the uses that this gets put to the drill press is I mount a lathe chuck to the bed of the drill press and align the axes, and then I can use it to center drill items. So that's another consideration, whether I keep this one without all the holes in it, put another one in that has holes in it for that very purpose. I don't know actually. So I'm going to have to do some experimenting. Rightio, that's it. Just thinking, and you come up with some idea that you might not actually fully carry out or need, but let's give it a crack. Rightio, that's it. See you in the next one, and hopefully I've come up with another idea that you can use. Rightio, I'll see you then. Bye now.